democracy, and this is what we want to continue to do.
For more on those White House talks between President Obama and Mr. Erdogan, we spoke to the Middle East analyst at Stanford University, Arash Aramesh.
The president has asserted many times that all options are on the table when it comes down to Syria. He even went as far as drawing his red line, and his red line was use of chemical weapons inside Syria by government forces. There have been some reports that the U.S. government has yet to verify those reports, whether chemical weapons were actually used against civilian populations or against the opposition forces. But in the post-Iraq America, it is very hard to foster or to generate political support for military intervention in yet another Middle Eastern country. And this is not Libya, this is Syria. So the president has some tough days ahead. It seems that he's trying really hard to stay away from the Syrian theater. I'm not quite sure how much longer he can hold that line. There's plenty of political pressure from certain Republican corners in the U.S. on the president and on the White House. Even some Democrats have made calls that, hey, something has to be done. At this point, even the opposition in Syria is so fragmented. We have major concerns about who is fighting in the Syrian opposition. There are some al-Qaeda elements, radical Islamists, fighting against the government of Bashar al-Assad. On the other hand, it is pretty clear that the government of Bashar al-Assad is engaged in a full-blown civil war. We have to see what happens in the next few days and the next few months. But again, Israel's involvement, Turkey's involvement, Turkey is a member of NATO. And as these countries get more and more drawn into the Syrian civil war, it seems less and less likely for the U.S. to maintain its sort of offhand and hands-off policy towards Syria. But we have to see what happens. Unfortunately, up to this point, by some estimates, near 100,000 people have perished in this civil war in Syria.
15 people have been killed and dozens injured in an early morning